Hello students, in this lecture video I'll be discussing about management of natural resources. So we are surrounded by a lot of many natural resources like soil, air, water, different forests, wildlife, even our fossil fuels. Main thing is their sustainable development, that is development and usage in such a way of these resources so that we preserve it for our future generations. Secondly, also leading to different things which are causing environmental problems, we should also avoid them. So there was one Ganga Action Plan which came about in 1985 so that the quality of water of Ganga remains good. So, how the contamination of water is detected? Mainly by coliforms, which is a group of bacteria which is found in human intestine, and if it is found in water, it shows fecal contamination. So, there is MPN or the most probable number. If the limit goes above this, means the water is very much polluted. So there are certain equipments which can measure the pH, measure the contamination level so that we work on this problem. So there are certain approaches which can be used for sustainable development of our resources like the 3 R's: reduce, recycle, reuse. Two more also have been added: repurpose and refuse. Reduce, as the word is saying, that you need to save electricity, save water, reduce the usage. Recycling means that we take the materials and we recycle it and we use it as a raw material for preparation of the next thing. Reuse means that we are reusing the same thing. Like plastic bottles are there, we are storing things in the kitchen using those bottles. We are not buying more plastic. Repurposes using original product in some other way, like suppose if I have a old calendar, I can use it to make different envelopes or roll my chapatis. Refuse means paper bags instead of poly bags, means you are refusing the use of certain things to avoid the pollution in our environment. Now, why do we need to manage our resources? Because resources are not unlimited. We have to have a long term perspective so that we save it for our future generations. Secondly, we have to think about it while we are exploiting these resources, we do not damage the environment. Next, coming to forests and wildlife. Forests are the biodiversity hotspots. What is a hotspot? An area which is having maximum number of biodiversity. So we need to protect them so that our ecosystem is stable, food chain is maintained and regulated. Now, if suppose forests are cut down, there is dependency of these forest resources on different people, the dependency varies. So the stakeholders or the people who should have a decision, who should have a say in this, whether a particular forest should be cut or not, are basically four stakeholders: the people who live in and around the forest, like the tribal people; the forest department of the government, which has to manage the resources; industrialists who are dependent on their all the survival for you can say income, like tendu leaves to make the beedis, paper mills and all; then the wildlife and nature enthusiasts who want to conserve nature in its pristine or in its primitive, in its real form. So, out of these stakeholders, there can be different views that which stakeholder is more important. But I think that the first, the people who are totally dependent for their revenue, for the food, for herbs, and for their life, they should have the say in whether for forest region should be cut down or not. Then there were certain activists who have participated, or conservationists who have participated in regulating as well as conserving nature. So there were certain people who did their best, and on their name, certain awards are there, like Amrita Devi Bishnoi National Award for Wildlife Conservation. So there were actually khejri trees in Khejrali village near Jodhpur in Rajasthan. So Amrita Devi basically regulated and conserved those regions. Similarly, there are certain areas, forest areas, which need to be very much protected because of its major diversity, like the Great Himalayan regions, then the alpine meadows, which are important for our wildlife too. Lastly, let us talk about sustainable management, which means that for future generations, we have to manage the resources. One was Chipko Andolan, Hug the Trees movement, where the people took participation in preserving the whole forest. Then in 1972, West Bengal Forest Department over there to protect sal forests also. The people from the administration also were having some clashes with the forest officials. And lastly, Arbory Forest Range of Midnapur district, where the A.K. Banerjee, he was the officer. The villagers were very much involved with him to protect their silviculture, their fodder collection, as they were totally dependent for their income.